We are back with Dr. Panav Jha with Cone Health Piedmont Family Medicine, talking about summer health in the water. Let's talk about swimmer's ear. Let's just first say what it is, what it's not, and then what do we do if one of our kids gets it?
Yeah, so swimmer's ear is essentially when too much moisture accumulates in the ear canal itself, and that can lead to irritation, sometimes infection. The big signs and symptoms is you're always going to feel like your ear's full. It's going to be itchy. Sometimes it'll hurt. Uh, Kids get this a lot because, I mean, of course, they're in and out of this pools all the time. And the biggest thing you can do to kind of prevent it is one, just clean your ears when you get out of the pool. I think that's the one area we don't really think about. But if you're getting out of the pool, first thing you want to do is towel dry. Take a little bit small part of that towel, kind of try and just gently brush in and out of your ear, and then really washing off after you get out of pool with regular water. The other big part is, the chlorinated water that can stick in your ear. It goes in there, it can cause irritation. And if it continues despite you doing all this stuff, come and see a professional. We'll make sure it's not getting any worse.
Yeah, what you didn't say was use a Q-tip to clean your ear. You
Oh
said
no,
use the
no
small part
cotton
of the
balls and no
towel.
Q-tip. Yeah, yeah, absolutely not. My father's an ENT, and he would be really mad that I forgot that part. So please don't do it.
Oh, you just made good on it, so you're okay. All right, so what should you do if you get out of the water, maybe, an hour later or something like that, and all of a sudden you develop like a red, rich, itchy rash?
Yeah. I mean, it's usually depending on what it is, depending on where you're getting out of pool, lake, all these different things. You kind of have to keep an eye on it. See if it gets bigger. Sometimes I'll say to parents, just mark it with a pen and see if it gets larger than that. If it stays itchy, if it gets more red, these are things you're looking for. Sometimes it could just be skin sensitivity. And that's why I think whether it's pool, lake, ocean, you always want to wash off with clean, fresh water as soon as you're done. And then once again, these are the things that you can put a little bit of maybe steroid cream on, see if it gets better. Give it a couple of days. And if you find that it's either getting bigger, worse, or it's not getting better, come see your doctor or your provider, and we'll take a look at it and see if it needs more than just that.
All right, what about those red, irritated eyes? I remember that as a kid, if we didn't have our goggles on, we would have all red eyes.
Yeah, same thing. So basically, most of the time, it's going to be irritation. So you're opening your eyes underwater. You're the kid who likes to see underwater. I used to do this all the time myself. It's okay. It's only going to last for a little bit, but you got to just do your due diligence, which means washing your eyes out with regular water as soon as you get out of the pool. If it happens to you all the time, you may just have sensitive eyes. Wear goggles. It's okay. At least you can see better than everyone else. But once again, this is something that very rarely converts to something else, more kind of worse. And so as long as you're doing the due diligence and the prep, you should be okay.
All right, we got about a minute left or so. We can't do a water segment without talking about sun lotion.
Right. So sun lotion, super important. We can get into all the specifics. The main things I want all the viewers to understand is you got to apply it about 30 minutes before you decide to go in any sun, and you got to reapply it every 2 hours. And we're talking anything over SPF 30, and that's the main thing. I mean, this is short-term damage, long-term damage. We're preventing it all. So as long as you're doing that, you're doing your part. And if you have babies under the age of 6 months, sunscreen's great, but just put them in full clothing. It's going to be hot for them, but you should enjoy time with your loved ones and everyone. But sunscreen is not their answer. You got to keep them in the shade, put them in full length clothing, and then go from there. But yeah, sunscreen's super important.
Yeah, and kids love it when you put sunscreen on them, don't they?
Exactly. You just spray them. So you just tell them to do circles and you spray them. So.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much for your time and expertise. This is going to be in the To Your Well-Being section of our website.